This episode is brought to you by Factor. Optimize your nutrition this year with Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal service. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved, ready to eat in just 2 minutes. Choose from 40 weekly options across 8 dietary preferences like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Eat smarter at factormeals.com/listen50 and use code LISTEN50 for 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. Factormeals.com/listen50, code LISTEN50. T's and C's apply.
This is the Roger Stone Show, presented by Colonial Metals Group.
A man who's gone through hell, but he's kept going, and he's smart, and he's strong, and people love him. Not everybody, but people love him and respect him. Roger Stone.
Now, here's Roger Stone.
Welcome back, folks. This is Roger Stone, and this is the Roger Stone Show on the Red Apple Audio Network. Joining me now is a good friend, Robert Davi. He is an international, multi-dimensional star, literally a singer, actor, producer, director, Renaissance man. All the young guys who work for me tell me that he was terrific in The Goonies. They love the part he played of Jake Fratelli in The Goonies. I have admired him for a long time because, unlike some in Hollywood, some in the entertainment industry, he doesn't hide his lantern under a bushel basket, as they used to say. He's been an outspoken advocate for President Donald Trump, an outspoken individual when it comes to the U.S. Constitution and the encroachment on our freedoms. And he does this, folks, I'm going to be honest with you, at great cost to himself. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., a man I also admire, tells me that his wife now cannot find work in Hollywood because her husband endorsed Donald Trump. So Robert Davi is a man who, from the moment that Donald Trump came down that escalator, wrote multiple pieces for Breitbart, spoke out in all mediums in support of the president, and I'm honored to call him my friend, and I'm in awe of his awesome talent. Robert Davi, welcome for joining us today on the Roger Stone Show.
Thank you, my dear friend Roger. It's always great to talk to you and to be with you and to get some of your wisdom that you've been giving us for decades. And a beacon, like a light, you're like a lighthouse in this storm of our constitutional republic that gets attacked by many different sides.
Well, I'm proud to announce that the Italian-American Civil Rights League has decided to award you their Francis Albert Sinatra Award. That's coming up on December 15th. I know you have to be out of the country. You have another commitment, and I understand you'll be sending someone to accept the award on your behalf. But this is a high honor, one that I think you deserve because, among other things, you have stood up for the culture and heritage of those great Italian Americans who did help make this country great. So I salute you for that. You and I talk about a lot of things. We talk about politics. We talk about show business. We talk about the state of entertainment today. Before we talk politics, you have recorded a song that I think was first recorded by the great chairman of the board himself, Frank Sinatra, that you really knock this out of the park. It's called The House I Live In. Here is Robert Davi with The House I Live In. Roll it, boys.
What is America to me? A name, a map, or a flag I see. A certain word, democracy. what is America to me? The house I live in, a plot of earth, the street, the grocer and the butcher, and the people that I meet, the children in the playground, the faces that I see, all races and religions, that's America to me. The place I work in, the worker by my side, the little town or village where my people lived and died. The howdy and the handshake, that air of feeling free, and the right to speak my mind out, that's America to me. The things I see about me, the big things and the small, that little corner newsstand and a house a mile tall, the wedding and the churchyard, the laughter and the tears, and this dream that's been a-growing for about 250 years. The place I live in, the street, the house, the room, the pavement of the city, or a garden all in bloom, the church, the school, the clubhouse, the million lights I see, but especially the people. Yes, especially the people. That's America to me.
Absolutely incredible. Right up there with the chairman of the board, Old Blue Eyes himself. Robert, why did you decide to cover that song?
Well, I saw, first off, Sinatra did it for the first time in 1946 when they did a short film that won a special Oscar. And it was at a time when we had this anti-Semitism and, World War II and the civil rights issues. And I felt back in 2015, I did the version for the first time, 2015. I was singing it in my shows, my live shows since 2011, all over the world, in Vegas and wherever I played. I would have that, and every performance got tears and cheers. And I felt the country had to be reminded there hadn't been that song that unified us in a certain way, the house I live in. And this was something very special to me growing up. Again, what Sinatra had done, and the hope that Donald Trump provided for America back in 2015 when he announced. And I then recorded it. I was singing it live, and Chris Walden did the arrangement, the great multi-Grammy-winning arranger. He's legendary. And it was the sentiment to America that I felt we all have missed, that unifying aspect, all races and religions, And it's the house we live in. And we were destroying it, as we saw in New York, in many different ways. Even when you think about no more coal-burning pizza in New York City, which was I mean, every aspect of our beloved society, the traditions of America were under attack. And so that's one of the reasons why I felt a need to want to bring it back.
We'll talk politics in a minute, but the legendary producer and arranger Quincy Jones, who passed away recently, after hearing and seeing your performance, said, "I've never heard anyone come this close to Sinatra's sound, yet still be completely himself. Many have tried, but Robert Davi has the voice, the tone, the flavor, the swagger. He absolutely touched me to my soul and brought back the essence and soul of old Blue Eyes himself, at the same time being completely Robert Davi." That's a high praise indeed, my friend. You are listening to The Roger Stone Show here on the Red Apple Audio Network. When we come back, we're going to talk politics rather than show business with one of the greatest entertainers of the day, Robert Davi. So whatever you do, please don't touch that dial.
This is The Roger Stone Show.
Impact confirmed. The Slayer has been activated.
Demonic threat level increasing.
Hold the line!
All the power of hell cowering before one man.
id Software presents Doom, The Dark Ages. Available now on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and PC.
Rated M for mature.
Missing out on family time because of all the noise? Enjoy the moment without straining to keep up with the conversation.
Wow, what a beautiful sunset.
Discover Nuance Audio, the new invisible hearing solution that's built into your glasses. Discreet, comfortable, and easy to use. Nuance Audio glasses help you hear better and reduce background noise, so you can get back to enjoying time with your loved ones. Find a store near you at nuanceaudio.com.
Shopping is hard, right? But I found a better way. Stitch Fix online personal styling makes it easy. I just give my stylist my size, style, and budget preferences. I order boxes when I want and how I want. No subscription required. And he sends just for me pieces, plus outfit recommendations and styling tips. I keep what works and send back the rest. It's so easy. Make style easy. Get started today at stitchfix.com/Spotify. That's stitchfix.com/Spotify.
Hey guys, have you heard of Goldbelly? It's this amazing site where they ship the most iconic famous foods from restaurants across the country, anywhere, nationwide. I've never found a more perfect gift than food. They ship Chicago deep dish pizza, New York bagels, Maine lobster rolls, and even Ina Garten's famous cakes. So if you're looking for a gift for the food lover in your life, head to goldbelly.com and get 20% off your first order with promo code GIFT.
Richard Nixon, Ronald Reagan, George W. Bush, and Donald Trump.
They went after a guy named Roger Stone, who's sitting in the office. And I'll say this in front of Roger, he's no baby. And right now, he's cleaner than anybody in this place. No, they treated him very unfairly.
All of these presidents relied on one man to secure their seat in the Oval Office. That man is Roger Stone.
Roger Stone.
This is The Roger Stone Show, presented by Colonial Metals Group. Now, here's Roger Stone.
And we're back. We're talking to Robert Davi, who is an international multi-dimensional star. He is an award-winning prolific actor with well over 150 films to his credit, a screenwriter, director, producer, and what some may, to their own detriment, not know, an incredible jazz vocalist. He's also an outspoken patriot and a good friend, somebody who, unlike many in Hollywood, hasn't been afraid to speak out about his strong support for President Donald Trump and his belief in our Constitution and the direction of the country these last couple of years. So that's probably a great place to start. When someone in your industry, Robert, decides to stand up and take a political stand, it's held against them by many in the industry. It makes life pretty tough for some. I think you've been fearless about this, but not that long ago, an actor, a very prominent actor who actually played me in a small part in a film, wanted to come to town, and I think he just wanted to kind of get me down pat for his role in the movie. But he said, hey, could we go to someplace, out of the way where we won't be seen? I thought that was odd. So has your career suffered for the fact that you're outspoken?
Well, let me put it this way. First off, I want to thank and talk about Quincy Jones, who has just passed. Now, Quincy, I did a show, and Quincy Jones brought 17 people to that show, and then a couple of days later, people were calling me up and said, you should see what Quincy wrote on his Facebook page. And that was a thrill because, of course, he and Sinatra were very close since the late 1950s. And when I first did my shows, I got a nice message via someone from Tina Sinatra saying her dad would be proud, because also my support for animals, okay, which he loved animals. And anyway, and Frank Jr., nice, said, even said on the air, old family friends, because they played me on Seriously Sinatra. When I came out for Trump, which is prior, they then took me off that station and Seriously Sinatra. And I thought, oh, how curious, because they did not, I guess there was someone there that did not like Trump. And so I said, well, could this be, no, there must be some mistake or something. And then one of the producers of that show, who I did know, won't mention his name, was a nice guy. I tried to call him to say, why is my music not being played? When the granddaughters asked me to do Playing Favorites, and I did a show Playing Favorites, I think you did so, did you not? Or you did, yeah. And I was so surprised that they took me off that radio station. Then it started to happen with films and TV, when my agent would call me up and say, hey, they're going to offer you this part in the film and this and that and the other thing, whatever it might be. And then they're going to call, in a day or two. I gave him your quotes. He would go, yeah, they went up the flag and it's not going to happen. And that happened many times. And he then admitted to me, he says, yeah, this is what's happening to you. But you can't really put in it. Now, conservatives did not blacklist other actors that were able to speak out on the left all the time. And I took on everyone. And remember George Clooney at Cannes said, there's no way, this is 2016, that Trump is going to win. And I bet him $1,000 to his favorite charity that Trump is going to win. Now, they said the same thing this time around. And there's a vitriolic from a community that liked Trump. And I know some of the guys that liked Trump a lot back in that day. Anyway, so it's shocking, Roger, and unfortunate, and I hope the culture changes.
All right, we're going to do something very special here. You have recorded a very special Christmas song in honor of President Trump, and we're going to end this segment with it. Robert, I want to get you back on. You're one of my favorite guests. We always get an amazing reaction when you join us. So God bless you, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Let's finish the segment with this very special New York City Christmas song recorded by Robert Davi honoring President Donald Trump.
Patrick's Cathedral, horse and buggies too, Central Park, that Trump Tower view, Rockefeller Center, an ice skater's delight, that big Christmas tree, brightens up the night. Holiday shoppers buying presents for you. The hustle and bustle down Fifth Avenue. New York City Christmas. New York City Christmas. Radio City, that great music hall. Frank, Dean, and Sammy all having a ball. Hot chestnuts and pretzels, their scent fills the air. Carolers singing songs of love everywhere. Bright lights of Broadway makes that falling snow sparkle and a shiny violet, emerald, and gold. New York City Christmas, that New York City Christmas. Lift up your hearts and rejoice, the time has come. God's Christmas gift, peace on earth for everyone. A child is born, the stars so bright. An angel's choir sings a holy night. Please spread the word for all to hear. Let's celebrate throughout the year. The Salvation Army are ringing its bell. Coppers and firemen make sure all is well. Well, it ain't the Big Apple until you have seen the Empire State Building, all red, white, and green. Best side of the city, I think you'll agree. President Trump waving at you and me. New York City Christmas. New York City Christmas. New York City Christmas. Everybody. New York City Christmas. It's the Apple, baby. New York City Christmas.